Today's obviously senior day. Got a collection of seniors that took a lot of different paths here. I guess what is going to stick out about this group when you look back on the senior class?
The very cool part about, amateur athletics, high school and college, I think is the senior day events that you see and go through. They don't have them in the pros. They might give you the senior citizen day, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the rocking chair. But those are important days. I think a lot of people remember them. I look back at some guys playing great on senior day, some guys playing it seems like it's one or the other. And this group has been a special group because I really think what they've done is allowed Nebraska to be more relevant nationally. And although that we didn't reach our goals this year so far, that they've really allowed for that. Isaac Copeland's buy-in, Glenn Watson seeing us through thick and thin, James Palmer coming in. Then you've got the other guys like Tanner Borkhardt, who's a self-made guy, working himself in, he's changed his body, 18 rebounds in a Big Ten game, things like that. I don't think he would have predicted that coming in. And Johnny Trueblood, who's I know now wants to go into coaching, has decided, being a part of the program, that that's what he wants to do. And those are things that are really cool that sometimes go, untalked about or whatever you want, unnoticed. And Johnny's, I remember he was talking to me just even at Michigan State, hey, if Roby doesn't do this, he better do that. I'm like, tell him, you got him.
Speaking of Roby, you mentioned on the radio last night that he's going to wear 14, or what's
he's wearing, just a way to, I think, honor Isaac and his efforts for the team. It's a way for him to be recognized, Isaac being recognized on senior night when he can't play. So I think it's a pretty cool idea.
So is he wearing it like during the game? Or just
I think he's just, instead of the Roby jersey, he'll wear the Copeland jersey.
You can do that? Yeah, he can. Yeah. And you can have someone else's name on the back of your jersey?
Yes, we have approval.
I'm trying to trick him.
Throw off that screen.
Hey, I know you said you weren't going to get into the details of Nana's suspension, but
yeah.
Can you give us a timeline at least of when you found out?
Oh,
and
no. So it's a situation that there was events leading up to it, right? And so last spring, this fall, and so it's just one of those team behavior things that you got to hold people accountable to. And unfortunately, is the timing great? No, but it's I think Nana, instead of being at practice, will be over at study hall the times we're in practice. So he'll get 2 or 3 hours extra a day, get his grades in order and all those things, and think about hey, where am I going? And then it'll be handled in the postseason.
So who do you expect to kind of pick up his production?
I haven't thought about that, just because I think now we're playing 7 guys or whatever, that somebody will.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a season where you faced 2 coaches coming off suspensions like this?
No. No.
Think Johnny could play more?
Yeah, I've thought about everybody. Justin, can really make jump shots. Johnny knows how to play. I think you have to look at your combinations out there. I didn't like, I thought I put Thor in a couple tough spots at Michigan State, where he had matchups that weren't especially, advantageous to us, for sure. And so I think you just got to watch you make sure you can guard guys.
Sorry.
No,
I would just ramble on. That's all I do. Tom Allen, any update on him?
Yeah, he was back for his grandmother's funeral the last 2 days, so he'll be back in town today.
Okay.
He's doing rehab out there.
So he's still out?
He's a game time decision.
What do you expect from Iowa? I mean, they're coming off the loss as well. What do you just expect?
Yeah, their last 3 games have not been good, right? And so I expect coming back with Fran coming back, they'll be frothing at the mouth. And that's what I expect, a team fighting hard to improve their seed. I think they're probably in the tournament regardless. But we need to get going. We need to, we played better, but we need to play well and play winning basketball.
I know you've talked a lot about Glenn over the course of this season,
Yeah.
but now that it's kind of come to an end for him, what has he meant to you personally as he's trying to build this program, and the fact that he was kind of the one guy that
Loyal.
stuck it out?
The one loyal guy? Yeah. Well, first of all, that relationship, on an emotional level, lasts a lifetime. And Glenn's a young guy that I want to be able to help every way I can because he deserves that. And being a loyal young man has been really cool. And he's a guy that, you know, I just can't wish for enough good things to happen. And so, you know, as I look at that, all I care about is how I can help him. You know, what we can do to help him get where he wants to go.
You've mentioned that you've practiced well before and then not played well in games, or you've played well in games against good competition but turned around and not. At what point in a game do you realize, like, what kind of team you have, or how you guys are going to play?
Yeah, just like you guys do, you see the body language, but then I get the up close and personal when we come into huddles, and you know, you immediately know if guys are communicating game plan ideas or what's going right, what's going wrong, or if you've got 5 guys sitting in front of you with their head down, not saying a word, you know in a hurry. And so you try and engage them, right? You want to connect. How do you connect and get this thing solved? And that's the challenge with this group. And I don't think that's exclusive to Nebraska basketball.
Obviously, it's a lot harder to do from the bench, but kind of what have you noticed from Isaac in his leadership role from the bench?
I think that what Isaac does is he is an excellent connector, and he talks to the guys. He knows the game well. He's got a lot of playing experience, and you can see him talking to guys. And you know, if they're struggling, he's trying to give them options. Hey, this is some other things that can go on. And I just think that his care factor is really good. You know, it's not about Isaac; it is about the team, and that's always really helpful. Anything else? Thank you.
We'll
Absolutely.
wait.